As an artist, especially a photographer, it's extremely important for me that my prints look exactly how I intend them to look and maintain the highest level of print quality possible, especially on my large metal prints. And that's why choosing the right lab to print my large metal photographs is something that I've spent a lot of time and effort on, and today I'm going to share with you all of my research so that you can choose the best print lab to have your metal photos made at. This video is not sponsored, and I have received absolutely no compensation for recommending anything that I'm about to tell you about. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Evan Reinheimer, and I'm an artist. I travel around the world and use a kite to lift my camera up into the sky and create unique aerial photographs. I exhibit and sell my artwork mostly through outdoor fine art festivals. And even though I've spoke about this in other videos, I still get messages all the time from people asking where they can have their own metal prints made. So I wanted to put that all here in this video and make it easily accessible. When choosing a metal photo print lab, I had three things that I looked for: print quality, service, and price. With print quality being the most important and price being the least important, because I'd rather pay more to have a better quality print made every single time. But thankfully, the lab with the best print quality amazingly happens to turn out to be the one with the best prices too. And that's why I recommend having your metal prints made at Shiny Prints. And if you do, you can use the coupon code ER1208 to get 20% off your first order. I have another great money-saving tip for you towards the end of this video, so make sure you watch till then. I'll put a link to their website in the description of this video also. Now, my original idea for this video was to rate like the top 5 or the top 3 labs in the US, and then make some kind of countdown video where I talk about the ups and downs of each lab, but after thinking about that some more, that seemed really silly, because why would someone choose the number 2 lab when they should just use the number 1 lab anyway? So after ordering a whole bunch of metal prints of the same photograph from different metal print places around the country, and thankfully seeing that the place I was already using ended up coming out number 1 in every category anyway, I totally scrapped that idea for the video. But let me tell you some of the issues that I've seen with other labs that I've never experienced in all the years that I've been working with Shiny Prints. First of all, really the main concern for me when choosing a print lab is print quality and consistency. I want to make sure that my prints come out looking exactly as I intend them to look. As far as actual printing and image definition, just about all of the labs that I tested were pretty excellent, and the real variations came in the differences in how the darks and the light areas were printed, specifically white and black, and some pretty major color shifts that I saw between labs and even between different prints made at the same lab of the same image. And this right here, this is the piece that I had printed in the tests, because it has a lot of different colors in it. It has white, it has black, it has red, it has some blue, and those actually specifically the blue and in shadows is where I saw the most color shift and color variations at other print labs. Before I was using Shiny Prints, I used another major and probably the largest print lab that's in the United States for many years, and I was fairly happy with them. However, as they grew, I started to notice that their color was not consistent at all. And I'd have multiple prints made of the same image, and there was a pretty big shift in color from one print to the next. And I think that's just because they got to be too big, and more importantly, by their own admission, they were more focused on consumer customers than professional artist customers. So people who are having pictures of their grandkids or their pets printed probably don't even care or notice color shifts as much as a professional artist does. When I send a file to be printed, I need to know that it's going to be printed exactly as I intend it to be. And Shiny Prints is a much smaller lab, and they only do metal printing. They don't do any paper printing or canvas printing, and they focus on professional artists over consumer customers. So for this reason, their quality control is just amazing. They've even called me to check on very minor details in files that I've sent them if they notice something in an image for printing looks off, or if I've accidentally forgot to attach the correct color profile. That's the level of service and attention to detail that I've experienced at no other lab anywhere. And this extreme level of service doesn't stop with printing. The crates that they build in-house for shipping are built so well that I often get messages back from my collectors about how well the crates were built instead of how much they love the artwork. Ensuring that my work is delivered to my collectors in mint condition is just as important as the print quality to me, and Shiny Prints knocks this out of the park as well. Another thing I really love about them, and I know this isn't going to apply to a lot of people watching this video, but they're located in Jupiter, Florida, which is pretty close to where I live down here in Florida right now. So when I'm in town, I can just drive over to the lab and pick up my large prints, and that saves me a lot of money on freight charges. Instead of having to have pieces freighted across the country from other labs to myself down here, I could just drive over there in my art van and pick them up in person. So especially if you're in Florida, I would really, really highly recommend using them. So let's not forget about pricing. Shiny Prints does have the best prices of any lab I've used, which is just amazing that they're able to offer such outstanding quality and service while maintaining the lowest prices. So give them a try, and remember to use the code ER1208 on your first order to save 20%. They do offer professional pricing for artists, but here's a little tip since you made it this far into the video. Use the coupon code I gave you before you request professional pricing, because you can't use coupon codes once you're on a pro pricing plan, so you'll save a little bit of extra money that way. You're welcome, subscribe to my channel, and take care.